Hi guys, this is Rose with Rose Knows Money Making. I'm Rose. So I want to discuss to you today on how to revamp your mind. You know, when you got a business or multiple businesses like I do, YouTube channels, Facebook, pay, all that stuff. You got all that stuff. You got a lot of stuff flowing through your mind. You're always thinking, what can I do next? Where can I go? Your brain is always racked out. Then you come in the house, everybody's talking, the TV's going. It's just distraction. Then you gotta get dinner ready, do the dishes, all that stuff. What you need to do, and let me tell you this really works. First, you want to clean out your house. Get rid of all those excess dishes that you never use. All those books that sat on your shelves for years that you haven't read or read a long time ago but didn't really want to get rid of it. You got so much stuff laying around, knickknacks everywhere. Box them up. Put them in your garage, out in the shed, up in the attic, whatever, and leave them up there for like 30 days. They're out of the way. Then in every room of your house, I want you to create a vacation spot. Now, it sounds funny, but it really works. So, you're going to find one spot that is just for you. It can have a rocking chair or maybe one of those uh, big fat cushion things that you plop down on the floor and plop down on. I can't even think of what it's called right now. Or however you want it to make it look. It's going to be your spot. You can have a small table there, maybe a plant beside it, maybe a little light or a little candle. Just something that you can put your cup of coffee or your cup of hot tea on, you know. And this is going to be your quiet spot. You're going to have one in every room in your house. So if you have room in the bathroom, try to fit one in there too, even if it's very small. And you're going to take time every day. Doesn't matter what room you're in. Now, if you're in your bedroom, you don't want to meditate or clear your mind when you're laying down because you'll probably fall asleep. So I like to have a vacation spot. And I try to keep everything cleared out so that I don't have all this stuff to look at. It's kind of like my spot where if I'm working and I need to take a break, I can turn off the TV, turn off the radios, turn off the computer, turn off the cell phones. If you have a home phone, pull the plug, pull the jack right out of the wall, say, done. That way you don't have no interruptions. And I want you to take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And I want you to go sit in one of your vacation spots. And make it pretty. Make it however you want. Or make it strikingly handsome. Your little area. Now, some people like their little vacation spots just to read a good book or something. And that's fine too. That's what it's there for. It's there for you. But it's there for you to step away and sit down and sip on your hot tea or whatever. If it's late at night and everybody's sleeping, you can sneak into your one of your little favorite spots. Turn a closet into your, if you have a small walk-in closet, turn it into your little vacation spot. Only you can go in there. Go in there. You have your little lamp or your little candle, maybe one that smells good. And you just want to sit there and kind of meditate. Clear your mind and just relax. And if a thought comes into your mind, accept it and just think about it for a second and then let it go. And let this keep going. And maybe concentrate on some deep belly breaths, really just relax. Spend your time just like, this is my time. Nobody else's time. Nobody can take this time from me. We're not answering the door. We're not answering phones. We're not being plugged into a cell phone or computers for several hours. You know how that is. You just need time away. Let me tell you, you can even do this in a hot bath. Take a nice hot bubble bath. Or maybe take a hot bath and throw a cup of apple cider vinegar in there, and that'll detox your skin while you're at it. Believe me, the smell goes away after about 10-15 minutes, and your skin will not smell like that all day. It makes your skin super soft if you do that. But these little spots in your house, sometimes you can just walking back to the bathroom, shutting the door and locking it, and going and sitting on that chair in the corner is a huge relief. Get away from all the action going on in your house. And when you have all that other stuff that's I view with you out of the way, it's boxed up. You put it away in your garage for 30 days. If you don't go out there and get it back out in 30 days, that means you didn't need it in the first place. If you didn't need it in 30 days, you could clean up quite a bit. And let me tell you, when you do that, cleaning is easier. It's less time that you have to spend doing that kind of stuff. More time for meditating. More time for relaxing. Let me tell you, I've gotten some of my best YouTube channel ideas from doing this. I've gotten my best business ideas while doing this. Like you're just sitting there and all of a sudden this awesome idea pops in your head. And you can keep a journal beside you. Just pick up your pen and journal. Write that idea down. Just start a little idea journal. It doesn't matter if it's business ideas, financial ideas, what to sell next idea, whatever pops into your head. Just write it down. Or maybe take a few minutes and do your visionary quest. You're saying your vacation spot anyway. Think of you sitting on that vacation spot in another country. Just vision it all out. Vision yourself flying there and being all relaxed by the pool or on the beach or walking through the beautiful towns and scenic routes or wherever, or sitting up in the mountains somewhere. This has helped me tremendously. And another thing with clearing out the space, that actually brings stuff in. It's kind of like a feng shui thing. When you clean out all that excess stuff, then money can flow easily. Ideas flow easily. Things flow into your house much easier. You may have gotten rid of an old pan set you haven't used, but it's been taking up room in your cupboards. All of a sudden, somebody might be like, hey, I bought these pans. It's past the return date. I can't return them. I want to go get other ones. They just don't go with my kitchen, They may all of a sudden give you a brand new pan set, and then you're like, wow, that really worked. It really does. Things happen so well. Things just come together. I'm telling you, some of my super best business ideas came while sitting in one of my vacation spots. And all of a sudden I was like, huh, why didn't I ever think of that before? That is tremendous. Or, I get one of my journals and I sit there and I journal while I'm sitting in my vacation spot. It gives you that dopamine fix. It gets rid of all that excess stuff. And your mind is clear. Now when you go back to work, now when you go back to your computer or your phone or wherever, and all of a sudden you can think and you're like, huh, this is what I can do. This is what I need. This is how I gotta do this. Let me tell you, this really helps. I had no clue when I first started running a business. I didn't know how to even get a tax ID number. It was so easy, I was really shocked. Nowadays, you can use your Social Security number as your business ID number. But I looked in the blue pages of the phone book. There it was. Tax ID numbers, I called the place up. They sent me my coupon book or whatever you want to call that, and they got me started. It was simple. It was 1, 2, 3. Gave me a new business ID, told me what all I had to do, how to pay my taxes quarterly. Believe me, that saves you a lot. You pay your taxes quarterly. Pay them early because a lot of states will give you a 2% discount if you pay them early. And a lot of people don't tell you that. That is a secret. Keep it a secret. These things they will save you time and money in the long run. And let me tell you, when people come in the house and see your little spots like that, your little vacation spots, they'll be like, oh my goodness, that is so cute. And I found when I do have a company coming into my house, people tend to go right to my vacation spot and sit. And they can feel that presence of just loving yourself presence. They're like, there's something about this spot. So I had this spot that I started years ago in my old house. I had a little rocking chair, and I had one of those big green trees I could take it back to the shower and sit in the shower and hose it off to get all the dust off of it and then let it sit in there until it air dried. And then put it back, But it was just one of those spots where I realized when my aunts would come over, they would automatically go to that spot. Automatically. It was one of those things. My sisters would come over and they would go sit in that spot. My mom would visit and she would go directly to that spot. It'd be like that little living room spot which just becomes your own. People were like, there's just something so makes me feel at home when I sit here. And I realized other people liked my vacation spots. So then I started showing them all the vacation spots in my house. If I got up in the middle of the night, I'd go out, I'd make myself a cup of hot tea or hot chocolate or something. And I'd go back in my bedroom, but instead of crawling back into bed, I went to my little vacation spot. And I could sit there in the dark, sip on my tea. And that time in the morning is when things start coming into your head. And all of a sudden you realize, why didn't I do that before? That is huge. I should have done that back in the beginning. Why did I never think of that? And you write it down, and next day you go to work and you're implementing your own ideas. And all of a sudden, you're getting promoted at work. Your business is taken off because you just implemented an idea that you got while sitting in your own little vacation spot. Do this. It really works. I am so impressed. And when I mean cleaning out, if it's just something to look at or you do not need a bookshelf with 50 million things on it. That's a pain trying to dust all that. Pack it all up. If you don't bring it back in the house in the next 30 days, the items that are still in those boxes, sell them. Get rid of them. Throw them out. Donate them. Give them to a neighbor, a friend, just somebody in need. If somebody had a house fire, they have to, get all new things. They would probably love that stuff. Give it to them. It works. And I'll tell you what, you feel good. And when you start giving stuff away, stuff does flow right back to you. And I'm not talking about the same old stuff you gave away, but new stuff starts flowing into your life. You got rid of those old curtains that you donate. You washed them up and donated. All of a sudden, people are like, hey, I got these curtains. They're brand new, I thought you would like them. And you'd be surprised what happens. And it may not be the same things. You donate something, next you might get an unexpected check or an unexpected raise at work or an unexpected contract for your business. These are the kind of things that happen. So every year I practice giving away 30 things in 30 days, one thing a day for 30 days. And I do that. I donate it, I give it away. Uh, you can sell them or throw it out, whatever you want, but I practice this. And I talk about it on my other channel, but I wanted to do this because when you start giving away your stuff and creating that space, that open, free-flowing space, things happen for you. Things start coming together. Those paychecks start getting larger. Your subscribers will start growing because all of a sudden you freed up room. So the universe is trying to give back, trying to fill you back up. And it gives it to you in surprising ways. That's one of God's laws. You give and you receive. When you give, you receive. You receive something else, like something will flow in. And your vacation spots, oh my goodness, you can meditate any way you want. You can have just a clear mind and write down the things that come into your mind. Or you can just take that time. Have 5 minutes you need to get away from the kids and the hubby or the spouse or whoever. That's your space. That's your quiet time. Your peace. You can do your self-love there. You can be like, oh, this is where I'm going to vacation at. You know, give yourself 5-10 minutes vacation every day in your vacation spot. You will see a big difference. Your car, if you have a messy car, clean it up. And then decide, okay, this is going to be my lunch break vacation spot. And then do it up however you want. You may have, little affirmations taped to your dashboard or something. Or you may just have that quiet book time, but you have your favorite blanket in the car that you can just cuddle up to. You can even use your car as your vacation spot. Do it. It works. All of a sudden, you are free to think. And with the peace and the quiet, you'd be surprised. God may surprise you and say something to you that just blows you out of the water. He may give you the best idea. You never know. Try it. I am telling you, I love doing this. And I have little vacation spots everywhere I go. That's my little private spot. When I go to my daughter's with her 6 kids and a million dogs, I have a little out by the campfire. They have a big burn pit. So that's what I like to do when I go out there. I throw wood on the fire and I sit out by the fire. The kids can run and play, whatever. That's my time. I take that time for me. And that's my little vacation spot when I go visit her. It's just something you do. You can have one. I like to have my own coffee cup at my friends' houses. So I might take over one of my favorite coffee cups to keep in their cupboard. So that when I'm there, I can get out that cute little coffee cup with the daisy on it while I'm sitting there having a nice enjoyable chat over coffee. And I got that special little cup I like. That kind of reminds me of my vacation spot. So I can relax more and be comfortable. And it's the type of cup I like to drink out of. You start doing these things and your life changes. Wow, things get dramatic. Your businesses will take off once you start practicing these techniques. And it's simple. It's not something that you're not like fighting to figure out how to do this in your business, how to do that in your business. Take time out. Clear your mind. Deep breathe. And just let the ideas come in. Write them down. And then let them go. And then, when you have time, you can go back over your ideas and say, I will try that. I will definitely do this. This one here I'm not sure about, but I'm going to keep it written down here because down the road I might be brave enough to do that one. You just keep doing it. It will revamp your mind. It will revamp your life. It will revamp your business. And you'll find this is something that you'll wind up doing for the rest of your life because it's enjoyable. It's one of those things. You know, I even cleared out my jewelry boxes. I was like, I never wear this stuff anymore. I have like 2 necklaces. That's it. I used to have like 50 of them. I rarely ever wore them. Why have them all? I get rid of all that excess stuff. Oh my goodness, you can't imagine the room it created me just getting rid of that. I was so impressed. Now that space I can use for more of my business stuff. You know, even in your office, make yourself a little vacation spot in your office or in your studio. That's your little vacation spot, your little think cap spot. Try it. It works. I love you all. You have a wonderful day. And tell me in the comments what you do and how and where you like to meditate at. I would like to see it. If you're not a subscriber, please do so now. I love you all. You are the best.